Good morning, esteemed viewers. Good morning. Welcome to this one-off edition of Bystanders at the Newsstands. It's a wonderful Saturday morning in the city of Lagos. It's a wonderful Saturday morning in the city of Lagos. I'm Christian Chico. It's one-off edition of the program Bystanders at the Newsstands. Okay, I would say wherever you are in Nigeria, in diaspora, in Africa, in the whole world, welcome to this edition of the program. I have my committed analysts here this morning. They're here to do justice to the newspaper headlines. I have Mr. Raphael, I have Mr. Matthew, I have Mr. Kunle, Mr. Chigozie, and Mr. Charles are on their way. Other people are here to do justice to the newspaper headlines. Let's go straight to the business of the day. We have the Daily Trust newspaper with us. Can we trust the Daily Trust? And we also have the Punch newspaper. Let's look at the Punch, the main headline on the Punch. Federal government fails to declare bandits terrorists weeks after court order. Federal government fails to declare bandits terrorists weeks after court order. Attacks intensify, over 800 killed within 5 months in Kaduna. Others. Attacks intensify as over 800 has been killed within 5 months in Kaduna. Others. Federal government in talks with US to deploy Super Tucano jets. That's from source. Federal government in talks with US to deploy Super Tucano jets from source. Gazette on bandits out soon. AGF is saying that the Gazette on bandits will be out soon. I don't know what is the waste of time. Loss of energy made me stop at fifth wife, 94-year-old Owa of Idanre, Oba Aroloye. Our family will soon be more than a community. That's accredited to son of the late Enugu man with 68 wives, 400 children and grandchildren. Subsidy, NLC fixes January 27, February 1 for nationwide protest. Nigeria Labour Congress fixes January 27, February 1 for nationwide protest. Evans demanded $2 million, got $420,000 before releasing my husband. That's a witness saying Tinubu silent as Akonde Adebanjo trade words over Lekki House. Tinubu silent as Akonde Adebanjo trade words over Lekki House. Let's look at the Daily Trust. This morning, 1,300 illegal masked towers uncovered in Abuja. 1,300 illegal masked towers uncovered in Abuja. Buhari at 79, I will return to my farm after my tenure. Buhari at 79, I will return to my farm after my tenure. Fear heightens over bandits alliance with terrorist groups. That's the main headline on the Daily Trust newspaper this morning. Fear heightens over bandits alliance with terrorist groups. Gunmen receive armed cachet. Bandits spreading to Kano. That is from reports. Military kills many in Sokoto, Zamfara. Offensives. Military kills many in Sokoto, Zamfara offensive. Police vow action on threat letter to Zamfara Christian. That's what we have from the Daily Trust this morning. I have Mr. Matthew. Good morning, Mr. Matthew.
Good morning, Mr. Christian.
Yeah, let's look at Buhari's 79th birthday speech. He said that he will try as much as he can to give his best to the country. Now, after that, we'll go back to his farm. Let me get your position on that.
Thank you for having me. Matthew is the name. The best we can expect from Buhari now is good electoral law that will guarantee an agenda, free, fair, and credible election. And in that regard, the only legacy that he can bequeath to this country is signing the electoral bill to guarantee electronic transfer of election results. Okay. Let me say this. If actually the citizens, the electorates, are the employers of who rule Nigeria, they should be given that leverage, that freedom to exercise that right. Because it's a right, it's a constitution that gives effect to the office of Mr. President, for Mr. President to function as the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, still gave effect to the power of the electorate to elect their leaders. But if you now assume that position of authority, you are using it to oppress the people. Because me, if the government of this present administration refuses to sign the electoral bill to allow us to transmit the election result electronically, I see that as an oppression. Because the politics I see that is going between PDP, APC, between lawmakers and the governors, I see it as unnecessary. It's unnecessary because you don't throw away the baby with the bathwater. What we are saying is, I can understand the argument of if I don't know whether they play into the hand of Mr. President because he reverted to INEC, which came forward to say that going by direct primary, that will be spending 500 billion to conduct the primary, which is humongous. But since the bill have now been returned to the two chambers of the National Assembly, they should expedite action in harmonizing their positions to allow the parties the freedom of choosing the mode of primary, since that is the contention. Because for me, I do not even see the advantage the direct primary has over indirect primary, because we have seen it tested in Anambra State. It didn't use any result. A situation where you, in the primary, Anduba scored 350,000 votes. And you know that people who vote in primary are partisan politicians, can't carry members. In the general election, he scored 47,000 votes. The argument is, where are those party members, partisan party members, who voted in the primary, who could no longer come out to vote in the general election?
What do you mean by partisan?
Partisan are
active member of the APC, of that party.
Yes, you can see some passive politicians. They don't attend meetings, they don't engage in party activities, they only come out to vote during the election time. But partisan politicians undergo all the political activities, internal political activities of the party. So what I'm trying to say in essence is, direct primary have not proven to be better than indirect primary. I'm not arguing in favor of whether direct or indirect. I'm not interested in that. My interest is, since this is the issue, and Mr. President is using it as an excuse not to send this bill, returning it to National Assembly. National Assembly should do the needful to allow the parties, give them the leverage to determine whether direct or indirect primary, so that the electronic transfer result bill can say true. Okay. And for me, that is the best Buhari can give to Nigeria. It is on record that Jonathan lost election. Jonathan lost election because of credibility of the electoral process. Every politician given the opportunity, apart from Buhari, we rig election. So if there were no carrier, Jonathan lieutenants in the field will explore that lacuna and rig election on his behalf. The same way Buhari's foot soldiers will explore any lacuna in the electoral act to rig election on his behalf. So it's not about Buhari going back to his farm. Nobody is interested in where he goes. What we are interested in, how do we deepen democracy? The only way we can deepen democracy is to allow free, fair, and credible election. And the only way we can guarantee that is to allow electronic transfer of results. So Mr. President must give us that electoral act.
Is that the only thing you demand from Mr. President?
That is the only thing I demand from him, because his tenure is gone. Just like Obasanjo said, he has offered his best, and his best is not good enough to salvage the situation.
I will tell you the
Look at over just 5 months, about 849 persons have been killed in the troubled part of the country.
964.
849 have been killed in places like Kaduna, Zamfara, Katsina, Niger, name it. And we have a situation where the Attorney of the Federation is foot dragging in designating bandits as terrorists. I was trying to go through the trajectory of events in all the cases where this government have designated organizations as terrorists. It will be recorded that when a court gave judgment for IPOB to be designated as terrorists, Malami, the Attorney General of the Federation, gazetted it the same day. It's on record that when a court gave order for shark movement, to be designated as terrorists. Mr. Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, President Malami, designated them after 4 days. Here we are. Justice Taiwo have ordered federal government to gazette bandits as terrorists. 3 weeks down the line, they are for dragging. And bandits have killed in the recent time more than the known terrorists. If you are saying bandits have killed about 849 persons in just a space of 5 months, go and look at how many percentage, how many the number Boko Haram and ISWAP have killed within the same period. It's not up to 100. I've not done any analysis, but from my own high estimation, going by someone who watches the polity, it's not up to 100. So to that extent, which of them is of more danger to the society that you'll be tarrying, you'll be for dragging in designating and terrorists? And you know the implication. The implication is that the air platform recently acquired from America. I'm talking about the 28-29 Super Tucano jets. You cannot deploy it against them because it will be contravening the agreement Nigeria enter into with American government. Because you can only deploy it against terrorists and against aggression along the country borders. So, if you are seeing all this, and the president is telling you that he wants to bequeath a better society, what better society do you want to bequeath to the people better than having good security? And we have the challenge have been identified, and you are for dragging. So, for me, the best we can expect from Mr. President now is to give us laws, electoral act that will engender free, fair, and credible election. Look at when Jonathan lost the election. It was basically because there was candidate that was introduced. As the president, he had all the influence to truncate it. Yes, but he allowed to stay true, and that caused his loss because his government could not handle issue of Boko Haram to the satisfaction of the North. As such, they feel disappointed in him. They were no longer interested in leadership. They felt he has failed them. In fairness to the North, nobody will be ravaged by that level of insecurity and is watching, irrespective of what is the predicament of the president. Nobody will be watching his people being killed and he'll be happy with the president. The same way, nobody will be happy with Buhari now, no matter who he is. What makes you the president if you cannot protect the life and property of your people? What makes government legitimate is the ability to possess, to have monopoly of coercive power. This coercive power, Nigerian government is sharing with bandits, sharing with Boko Haram, sharing with killer herdsmen, sharing with Fulani nationality movement and all that. And you want people to be obedient to you.
The AGF says that the gazette on bandits will be out soon.
Soon is as, I don't know, he cannot tell this to the family of the lawmaker that was killed in Kaduna State, or the families of the other lawmaker that was killed. I don't know whether it's in Katsina or so. Can he go to their family compound for condolence and be telling them this? What is deterring him? Why is he tarrying? What is his special interest in it? I'm not surprised anyway, because if you see a government that accommodates people who have sympathy for terrorism, I think this is what you get.
What do you mean?
Yes, I'm talking about the Minister of Digital Economy, Pantami, who once prayed to God to give Taliban victory and some other known terrorist organization victory in the world. And here we are, government defended him that this man was a juvenile. He was in his tender age. He didn't know what he was saying, that he's not a different person. So when you have a government that accommodates such people in governance, this is what you get. So I'm not surprised.
Okay, this row with Akande and Adebanjo over Tinubu, do you think is going to dim the chances of this in presidency?
I think what they're doing is personal. I don't know the veracity of the claim. In that book, Akande have claimed that Adebanjo pestered Tinubu to get him a property in Lekki. At the point that he delivered the CFO to him, he pestered him more and he built the property, the house. But for me, those things are personal. Anybody could approach anybody to build house for him. Anybody could have built house for somebody. And I don't know whether he actually did that for him, but what I'm trying to say is it's personal. To the extent that if Mr. A decides to build her for Mr. P, it is not without
You were having
relationship.
a press conference. Adebanjo had a press conference.
I know, he denied it. What I'm trying to say is, whether the denier, whether it's true, those things are personal. They should not drag the whole citizens into it.
Okay, what do you expect when we hear that bandits are having alliance with terrorist groups?
I believe it. I do not doubt it, and it's not surprising. Because if you look at the tenacity, the vigor with which bandits are operating, they are of more terror threats than even Boko Haram. They are more. The existential threat that comes from bandits is more than what is coming from Boko Haram and ISWAP put together. So they are even the real terrorist organization, not Boko Haram again.
Is there a difference between bandits, Boko Haram, and Fulani men?
The problem is, I think the banditry is not centralized. You have pockets of. I don't think they have a unified leader. Like Boko Haram, you say this is their leader. ISWAP, you can say this is their leader. But however I look at it, we all know that in Zamfara, for instance, they hold sway there. In Katsina, they hold sway there. In Zamfara, they hold sway. In Niger, they hold sway. So what we are saying is, allow whatever name they go by, whatever fragmentation the different cells they form is not the issue. Designate them as terrorists and gazette it according to the order of that court given by Justice Taiwo, so that Nigerian Air Force can have the leverage, the legal backing, the legal framework to deploy A-27 Super Tucano jets against them. They are not, they cannot defile Nigerian sovereignty. It's just that Nigeria is treating them with kid glove. That's why I see it. And it's unfortunate that Nigerian government is gambling with the life of Nigerians. Because for me, Nigerian government is gambling with the life of Nigerians. And I think the North, they need to speak up more. Because the manner, the rate at which they are being killed by bandits, and the government seems to be helpless, and we are not hearing more from the people in terms of complaint. It shows that the way they value the government, they are not looking at the larger picture of waste of life. We are talking of human lives. About 849 being killed under a space of 5 months. These are not cows, these are not fowl, this is not inanimate objects. These are human beings with flesh and blood.
Okay.
And Mr. President will sit in Asu Rock and be comfortable at the comfort of Asu Rock.
Okay, last thing, talk on Abba Kyari. 6 months after FBI indictment, ID yet to forward advice on Abba Kyari.
That is what you get when you see a situation where the government try to protect people who have been indicted. Now, what I'm not surprised is, have you not asked yourself, the case of those policemen that were killed in Taraba State by military personnel under the supervision of a Nigerian military captain? As we speak, a panel that was ordered by the president for the former chief of defense staff to set up a panel to investigate what actually transpired, indicted a captain of Nigerian army and 9 other soldiers. As we speak, the same Malami who wrote a petition that saw the Almighty Magu out of office could no longer write another memo to tell Mr. President that the military command refused to surrender those military personnel for prosecution. As we speak, they are not under prosecution. Malami, who took over the case at the point, charged the case to court. He didn't charge the military personnel to court with an excuse that the military command refused to surrender them for prosecution. So why would I be surprised when I see Nigerian government trying to protect Abba Kyari? I'm not pronouncing him guilty, but the right thing to do was to avail American government of all the necessary information and evidence for them to prosecute the case.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Mr. Matthew, I have Mr. Kunle. Good morning, Mr. Kunle.
Yeah, good morning. Comes down to Christmas. Merry Christmas, VR in advance.
7 days.
7 days, yeah, calm down. It's just that we are not seeing Santa Claus here. Maybe Santa Claus are just scared to come to Nigeria because of bandits.
We're not seeing green, white, green.
We're not seeing. I'm even so surprised that we've never start seeing the Santa Claus because they are scared of the bandits so that they won't be kidnapped, right? You know.
Okay, let's look at Abba Kyari, 6 months after FBI indictment, IG yes to forward advice on Kyari, says Police Service Commission.
If Kyari happens to be another person from another region, I'm sure he will have been landing in Kula now in US. He will have landed in Kula in US now. And where is the AGM? Where is our Malami? AGF? Where is our AGF? Where is he? I think he is silent. He's silent now. Because the guy that is involved in this thing is one of his own. So I don't understand why they are still here to try Abba Kyari or repatriate him to go and face, you know. I don't know why they are still holding him down. It was easier for them to bring Kanu back from Kenya. It was easier for them to send Buratai to Benin to go and ask for extradition of Igboho back to Nigeria. But why is this so difficult? What is good for the goose is good for the gander. There can't be two law. There can't be double justice. So what these guys are doing, they should really know there is a consequence for everything they are doing here.
Somebody is saying that if now you say you go come Nigeria when you know that there's banditry in the country.
No, I won't come. That's why I don't blame the Santa Claus that did not come.
Okay, let's look at federal government fails to declare bandits terrorists weeks after court order.
It's the same thing we're saying. Why is it taking them long? Why is it taking them time? These are same guys that are forming alliance. What I'm saying now, the political circle, they are doing their own. The bandits too, you know, within political circle now, there is alliance being formed now. The bandits too, they are following suit. They are having a alliance. They are having an alliance with other terrorist group. So, where is the space for the masses? Where is the space for us? We are harmless in this country now. This political group, the class, they are secured. You see all the entourage of the MOPO, of the SPU, what do they call them now? Special Protection Unit. Okay. You know, they are even from special forces now, they created for themselves, SPU, Special Protection Unit. If you want that, once you have your money, go to IG or go to CP, they will assign you enough that you want. So who is protecting the masses? Who is taking care of the masses in this country? And I think this is a serious question we need to keep asking ourselves. Because the government doesn't care about us. The government in power now, really, because it's almost 6 years now, or 7 years, going 6 years now. They've been in power. They've never been able to curtail the insecurity in this country. And it's all about talk, no action. Talk, no action. That is why somebody was proposing, let everybody have access to arms and defend themselves. The chief of defense staff has said it earlier. You know, your minister of defense has said it earlier. Or do we all easily forget?
No, I think
the message?
You suggest that.
I suggest that too. So that I can have my life to live for myself and I can be able to protect my life. Somebody will not just come and take my life as like a chicken. You get what I'm saying? It's the right time that the people have access to arms to defend themselves, not to cause issues, not to cause violence, not to create tensions, but for defensive, role. You need, because the government is, if you wait for this government, we wait till eternity. Instead of this insecurity winding down.
About Buhari, APC, or this system?
Number one is about the person in charge of the system currently. It's about the person in charge of the system as we're talking now. And why did they always attach that commander-in-chief of armed forces to the presidency, to every president that come into power in this country? Why? Because they have that enormous power to do and undo. And, the National Assembly we said we have, they are rubber stamp National Assembly. So definitely the Nigerian president has all the veto power. Nigerian president is one of the most powerful presidents in the whole world. as I'm talking to you now. So the issue there is the government has no intention. The attitude towards, I mean, this insecurity is nothing to write home about. Nothing to write home about. If you came in, you say you put an end to insecurity within how many months? 6 months or a year? And we are rolling into how many years now? We are rolling into the 4th year or 5th year. As I've been, what are we even saying? 6th or 7th year now. They have 8 years, Abby. We are rolling into 6 years plus now. And nothing has been done. The situation keeps getting worse every day. And I don't know, what are they there for? What are they sharing our money for? What are they collecting the entitlement for? The job they need to do, they are not doing it. That means all the money they've been collecting, all of them need to refund it back. All of them need to refund the money. Because you came in, you swear to an oath that you are here to protect the territorial, space of the country called Nigeria. We are not saying that. You said you come to make life easy for Nigerians. Instead of making life easy, you're making life more harder. Now, I keep saying, 2023 is still just around the corner. Let us know how we can strategize. What I mean, how we, the youth, can strategize and take our destiny back into our hand. Because nobody has anything to offer you guys. Nobody has, all these politicians got nothing to offer us. It's we now that need to wake up from the slumber. We've slept a lot. I don't know whether it's poverty, it's hunger, it's all these things that make people just sleep. We don't think about our future any longer because we can't continue with another maladministration of another 4 years. Because that will just look as if they want to take us to this slaughter, slap and, slaughter us finally.
Okay, lastly, let's look at Yoruba man. You know about Tinubu, Adebanjo and Akonde, their rapes. What would you say about it? How is it going to affect Yoruba race?
See, those people, I don't even look at them as relevant. All these old men fighting each other, they're not even ashamed of themselves. Are they not ashamed? You cause all the calamity in this country. All of them are partakers. When they were growing, was Nigeria like this? Instead of looking for solution, they keep fighting for them. They keep fighting themselves. I don't take them relevant. They know what they cook together. All of them, they know what they cook together. That when they were having the dish, when they were dishing the food was sweet then. So when fight comes in now, they want to start exposing themselves. Please, nothing concern me with all these people. They are expired people. They are old people. They live their life. When they were in our age, they enjoy Nigeria. So it's we now that we have to take the bull by the horn and take our destiny into our hand, because nobody is going to take care of your destiny for you. People want to kill your destiny. The people we are talking now, this political, they want to kill our destiny. So it's we now that will now resist it, that our destiny must not die. Our destiny must be alive. And it depends on our vibrancy, and in which we have started already. The platform we have here is a form of kind of progressive, for the Nigerian activism to move, for Nigeria to move forward, for youth.
Somebody is saying that, Mr. Kunle, I always said it in this platform that I will continue to say that the solution to Nigeria is to divide the country so that region will go their separate ways. The together is not by force. Let me get your position.
Yeah, how do we divide the country? Do you think all these people are ready to divide the country with the goodies they are having, with the larges they are having? It's we youths that we find our way to power and do the norm, do the restructuring. The old men all these old men they cannot do restructuring. No, I'm telling you, the story. Is it not saying restructuring? This government came on the platform of they ride on the restructuring to seize power. I've been hearing that restructuring since Obasanjo time, more than 30 years, and nothing has been done. So it's we youth that we know we have enough. We still have a long life to live in this country. We still have a long things to do in this country, that we need to take the bull by the horn get these people out of powers by our numerical strength. We have the population. I keep saying we have the population, and I say anyone that is coming in, we have to be watchful. I said it, and I will still say it. 6 months, there will be an undertaking that if I come in 6 months, I don't restructure. You know, this government said it, so they just blind us. That we restructure, we believe it. And somebody now is still talking of devolution of power. What is different between devolution and restructuring? I don't know much difference about it. It's you are just calling say, a same object, different name. That is what is it. When they are doing all this, mago, they will start bringing grammatical words to confuse us. That is it. Restructuring is the best thing. I will concur with the man. We want restructuring, but all these old, retired, expired politicians, they will not want to do that because once they get it done, they are finished. There will be no more relevance.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Kule. I have Mr. Chigozie Nebo. Good morning, Mr. Chigozie.
Yeah, good morning, Christian and esteemed viewers.
Okay.
I wish you Merry Xmas in advance, barely a week today.
Somebody
Okay,
said, to be honest, restructuring is not going to work. All we need is revolution.
how will restructuring work when you have not drafted a template for that? As Kunle said, for barely 30 years, I think as he stands the chance to be corrected. Restructuring of Nigeria have been a nagging issue revolving within the border of our existence. You see, as a people, the structuring of Nigeria has been as old as
Idea.
Nigeria since 1967. Actually, that's what caused cumulated to the first civil war, and the second civil war is very imminent and inevitable. Why? Because those nagging issues, those fundamental issues, remains unaddressed even to today. In fact, has worsened and has escalated to other facets of our existence as a people. And we cannot continue to live in denial, in deception. Kunle saying that we should seize power. Seize power from who? Do you know the contents, the implication of that? Through democratic process, you cannot take away power from these people because they have consolidated themselves within the corridor of power. Over the decades, they have billions of dollars to spend. They have the highest, the snipers. They have even the cultists. The sponsor Nigerian politicians sponsor cultism. Whether you are in PDP or APC, they sponsor cultism, and during the electionary process, cultism strives within Nigeria. See, they surround themselves with such people so that by no means nobody will be able to displace them or dislodge them from the corridor of power. And look at the hierarchy, political hierarchies within our political system, parties. If you are not wealthy, you won't be allowed to occupy so many positions. Even as a youth, you may have the charisma, you have the power, the acumen, the intellectual capability, and the will to deliver, to move the supposed dead country forward. But you won't be given such opportunity. Why? Because the lives of the articles, the Tinibus, the Ojuzokalus, they have embezzled money that was meant for I and you. They have taken over the destiny, mortgaged the destiny of the entire Nigerians. You see, they live luxury life, ostentatious life, at the expense of their own people, at the expense of the welfare of the populace, the masses. So, how many youths have money to throw? So, I think Kunle should, in fact, is very childish when he makes such statements, since it's not consistent, it's not in consonant with what is happening. And of course, that is why most of them are living in oblivion. in the world of fantasy, forgetting the past. You cannot forget the past if you want to move forward. The past is a reference point where you can refer to. You see, you can never have a future if you don't know the present, the circumstances prevailing. So the only thing, the only instrument of revolution is first to create the mental revolution. That the money that is within the coffers of Tinubu belongs to I and you as a Lagos resident. Where else did he make this money? Has he been in oil company before? Okay, I remember those days of when he went to Toronto University and unfortunately could not get the certificate. These are people who surround themselves within the corridor of power. Like now, when you're asked to get your certificates, you will score it for safety. What does that simply suggest? You see, I am, of course, a graduate of Imo State University. So when you go to my the official website, you will be able to find my Google my information. So these people have built on falsehood, on falsehood. We have rogues parading themselves within the corridor of power, and they are perfect schemers. They have perfected every. You don't see how they truncated the NSAS saga. You see, because of excessive greed system, they deploy several means, hiring tools to disrupt the peaceful protest, setting up, beating up the peaceful demonstrators, and if that was not enough, they saw that that couldn't push their notorious motives, they now resort to killing, direct, deliberate killing, conscious and deliberate killings of the supposed citizens. It's very unfortunate.
The Nigeria government took away history from
Nigeria. Of course, we have maintained that position. That's why when they steal history from you, they steal the better part of your life from you. And it's very unfortunate, and that cannot be allowed to happen. But we are living with history. We understand what history is all about. And that can never be allowed to continue.
Okay,
it is very unfortunate.
Fails to declare bandits terrorists weeks after court order. Federal government fails to declare bandits terrorists weeks after court order led to their opposition.
Honestly, I told you plainly that it is impossible for the government of the day to adopt such position. They cannot accept it. You see, that clearly suggests or clearly states that Nigeria government is the sponsors of Boko Haram, is the sponsors of bandits. They know who bandits are. Bandits are their foot soldiers, for crying loud. They are the people they, of course, they engage to disrupt, to make the government of Jonathan ungovernable. If Buhari has failed, thank God that Jonathan in his wisdom, well, but unfortunately that has robbed off Nigeria. You see, these are the people they contracted to disrupt the peace, and I mean the government of Jonathan. You see, but unfortunately they could not succeed. Their agenda did not come to fruition. And these people now, because they have been trained, what they know best is to kill, to destroy. So they have no other option than to continue to engage in that act of barbarism, which of course they have been contracted. There's no way, of course, they now get more power than those who contracted them. Begin to unleash mayhem because wickedness begets wickedness. Wickedness cannot beget righteousness. So that is what a reflection of what Nigeria represents.
Okay, well,
and Buhari, who of course, who is a killer man, who is a murderer and a sucker, cannot recognize the position of the law. That's why we said that Nigeria is a lawless state. The law has passed the verdict, having so many, of course, undeniable evidence and facts that your own supposed citizens have been killed, marred, destroyed, their homes razed, their communal life disrupted. What does it take you again? What other evidence do you need to before you declare your position? No, before you agree with the position of the court. You see, that's why I said this system is just a caricature. We don't have a system. We understood the people within the corridor of power are the enemies of the populace, of the Nigerian, supposed Nigerian populace. And in as much as they remain within the corridor of power, there is no way forward for this country. Unfortunately, the masses will continue to bear the brunt, and more people will continue to die. The only possible way to revive and, of course, salvage the of what is left humanity is pure revolution.
Pure.
Starting from mental revolution and also physical revolution. Because whatever poses a threat, physical threat, a psychological or emotional threat to anyone or any group of people is considered as a genocide. Even as enshrined in United Nations Charter. You see, the details or the content is described as genocide. So the entire ethnic nationality within the Nigerian system is facing genocide by the
Okay, let's continue. Let's continue.
that is what I maintain. That this government is very wicked and blood-sucking against our own people, and being aided by the UK government, the Prime Minister under the watch of Boris Johnson or whatever it's called, aiding terrorism, international terrorism across the borders of UK. You see, people are being killed, and Boris Johnson is getting fatter at the expense of the innocent lives that are being wasted on daily basis. He is the one harboring the notorious criminals who call themselves politicians, who embezzle our Commonwealth and dump them in UK, in United Kingdom. You see, if Boris Johnson is not a wicked person, if Boris Johnson is a man to reckon with, why not go after those people? He understood that these people have looted their own people to the point of death. He still harbors them. Somebody told me, do you know how much that Buhari spent in packing his own private jet? What the cost of packing your private jet in a week can set up and furnish an ultra-modern hospital. You see, it's very unfortunate the conspiracy and the level of criminality going on in the world. So UK government is the problem of Nigeria, and they continue to be the problem of this country. Why do they continue to exploit the people at the expense of the masses, the original owners of this land? Go to UK, in their health system. If you take away Zimbabwe doctors, Indian doctors, Nigerian doctors, Pakistan doctors, UK, of course, health service will collapse. You see, they continue to rip us our best brains and making it almost impossible for the Nigerian populace to have access to good governance, to good health care system.
Okay.
It's very unfortunate, and I think I will, of course, I'm preparing to take Boris Johnson to drag him to International Criminal Court, where he should, of course, his part or role he has been playing in the killings of my own people, even in the Down East. You can see how even his supposed citizen, Mazim Nandikano, you see how the kind of politics he's playing. He have not shown any commitment or any resolve to come to take over the case as a bona fide citizen of UK.
Okay.
These are most of the reasons why, of course, they continue to play politics with African people so that they continue to rip us off. They are responsible for our woes, and one of these days, of course, he must visit, of course, the International Criminal Court, where he should be made to face the criminal and the level of wickedness and genocide that have been sustained and sponsored by the British or the UK government.
Thank you very much.
It is unacceptable at this time.
That's
So
good.
the youth must rise, not just, to recognize the system that has failed, but to chart a way forward to revolution.
Okay.
For without revolution, America wouldn't have been what they are today. Without revolution, Ghanaians wouldn't have been what they are today. Without revolution, even South Korea wouldn't have been what they are today. So the only language, of course, I've made reference to several countries who also passed through this process. So there's no other way out than to follow the door. The door for salvation, the door of course, for continuity and for preservation, for ingenuity and economic transformation is revolution.
Okay.
Not until you get those guys down,
Thank you very much,
they will
Mr.
continue to take undue advantage of you. And Nigeria, of course, is dead, and there is no way forward.
Thank you very much.
All hell Biafra,
Thank you very
all
much.
hell Oduduwa. Ndewo Mazi Kaodoro no na mma. Mazi Taiwo, ị ga-adị. You are Mazi, whether you like it or not.
Thank you very much.
You are part of the struggle for the restoration of Biafra. Thank you very much for much encouragement, and have a great day.
Thank you very much. We have Mr. Lucky. I don't know Lagos.
Good morning, Mazi Taiwo. They have given you title, Taiwo. Receive it. We give you title, Mazi. That is Chigose. Thank you very much, Chigose. And I'm so happy. My name is Lucky Yaguna. I don't know Lagos. Thank you very much. Today is Saturday. Abi, it's a good day. We are another month, another week, another day for us to thank God for God keeping us alive. It's very, very important. You that is watching us in abroad, may God bless you. Thank you. Thank you for God keeping you alive till next year, next 2 years, next 3 years, next 4 years, next 5 years. You will live long in Jesus' name. Amen. And all of us too. My name is Lucky Eyaguna. I don't know Lagos. Thank you.
Buhari spoke at his 79th birthday. Says, I will return to my farm after my tenure, after I do my best for Nigeria.
Thank you very much. Let me even say, Buhari's birthday was yesterday, Abi. My birthday is coming on the 20th of December. That's my birthday. I'll be plugging 51 years. 51 years. So I will first of all thank myself first. Happy birthday to me in advance. God bless me and my family. I'm President calling himself 79, 80 next year. I mean, where as they were debating this inside radio yesterday, I was listening to the people. I would tell you like 65% of Nigeria yesterday who called, condemned the president. If you want to tell us about birthday, come to Nigeria. Not stay in Turkish and telling us you have birthdays coming up. The next he said, if I retire, I'll go to farm. Can president go to farm? Do you see anybody in farm now? Or maybe president will pack all our security to Daura to go and guide the whole farm. A president that cannot stand and address the nation, is it the one that will go to farm? Just deceiving us.
He has been a farmer ever since.
In which farm? Since he be a farmer since, which yam or melon has it produced to Nigeria?
He's not a yam farmer, Mr. Lucky. I don't know why you talk about
when
yam.
You say you're a farmer, you should produce. Farmer is to produce.
He's not a yam farmer.
It's what? Okay.
He's a cattle.
Not only yam.
He's a cattle
Okay,
farmer.
cattle. How much for cow now? How much for cow? One cow. 500,000, 500,000, 1 million for cow. Which farm is it farming? Those cows are coming from Niger, Sudan, Senegal, Malaysia. All these cows are coming from there. Look, how many people they carry Nigeria here? I am telling you, those cows are coming from Cameroon, Mali, Niger. Which farm president will farm? The president will go to farm. Just deceiving us.
Before the president leaves, what do you think he can do for Nigeria?
He should leave now, not that time. He should leave now. President should leave now because imagine today is what? 18. Look everywhere, look like we are money. Everywhere, look, Nigeria, look, we are. Have you not take your camera around and see anger on people's face? So what are you talking about? President will go to farm when he retire. Retire now. Give it to a simple job for just 1 year. 6 months. 6 months. You see this will change. People will have belong. People will feel they are Nigerians. Where other countries are making things for people, their country, their citizens to live well for this December. We are talking how to increase for next year. So what is the problem for this country? We have all this money. That's why I said we have money more than most of this country. Nigeria has money, but the problem our money is poor. Our money is valueless. Our money can't buy anything.
Okay.
If I went to Koyi yesterday, my brother, the noise pollution alone, the noise, the traffic, they are just busy doing nothing. People are suffering short life in Nigeria because of this president. Nothing, no road, nothing. So, telling me he will resign or he will retire, go to Dara is a lie. That's fucking lie. Fucking lie. A president that cannot stay inside AC, cannot address the nation, cannot address the children. Now you fly with your wife and 7 ministers to go to Turkish. What is the benefit? Are we benefit for Turkish? Let me ask you. Since the day this president entered power, he has been the highest several president in Nigeria.
Terrorism. Turkey has
But we have seen Turkish input in Nigeria here.
They are going to.
President went there to go and borrow money again from there. Let me tell you the truth. After he returned now, maybe 1 or 2 weeks, they will tell you that the Turkish want to borrow money, maybe 20 million pounds or $20 million. Wait to hear it. This travel, he travel with your wife. You will hear. He will go and meet the Turkish president and say, please, we need loan. We'll pay you back. After 1 week in return, you hear Turkish want to borrow us $20 million. So he went there to go, he want to put Igbese, everybody, Igbese that our forefather will not pay. So what are you traveling to go and do what? He has been traveling since the day he come to power. Have you seen how many business? So it's a fake, it's a lie. Our president, whether you retire, whether you resign, whether you finish your tenure, go, we don't need you anymore. That is my own. Thank you.
Federal government fails to declare bandits terrorists weeks after court order.
What are you expecting? What do you expect before? How can you do that? They are Fulanis. How can you expect? I give you an example. I saw one article now. Abakari. It was indicted by FBI.
6 months after FBI indictment, I did yet for that.
Did you hear anything? Did you hear anything? My brother is not talking. Check. Is he talking? Did you hear anything again? If he's designing and designing, they will rush for designing for London. To repatriate designing and sell his jewelries, his jewelry, his earring, his necklace, everything. They'll be running for designing. But today, Magu is there. They have not been able to prosecute him. Abakari is there. They have not been able to prosecute him. My brother, we are slave in South. We are slave in South. We are slave in South. The reason is that we the South are slave to the North. Look at Abakari case. That one is gone. Magu case. That one is gone. A lot of cases. So how can they declare bandits, terrorists? They are enjoying it. Are you? Let me give an example. When there was heavy kidnapping in the South and the North, the Igbo host, make a move. The governor of Southwest, Kate Amotekun, the federal government was backing. So northern youth was against them. But what happened? They succeeded creating that thing. But today, the minimum of kidnapping South have reduced. Now everything is going in the north. Now North have to wake up. They are protesting now. Telling president that should declare the bandits. Telling president that president is supposed to visit those victims. And president is in Turkey, enjoy with the madam. Yeah? Enjoy with several minister. What are they doing there? A celebrating birthday.
There is a summit.
Oh my God, forget summit. Look, this time around, we need the president. Send a minister or your past president to that summit. He just came back for United Nations. Just came back for London. Just came back for Dubai. Just came back for France. He has visited everywhere in the whole world. My brother, China. Can you tell me the project they brought now? PDP brought MTN communication. I get to be. How did PVM, EFCC, PDP brought them? As a PC. How come? Are they? Ask them.
Okay,
What
so
are they brought?
is saying that if you are given the opportunity to become the president, if they remove Buhari and put you, what will you do, Mr. Lucky?
See, if they remove Buhari, put me for that 6 months, first of all, I will make sure food enter this country. Benin, they have, you see, we have open border, allow food to enter. Nigeria need food. Nigeria need, ask Nigeria people. Ask the Papa here, Papa, look at Papa, ask him. Nigeria need food. First, when you eat, you can talk, you can walk, you can do anything. But when you don't eat, you frustrated to do anything that you don't want to do. I get it. So if I become president, first of all, I will make sure that food, good hospital.
How will you make sure there's food?
I'll tell you why.
How?
Now, people are not going to farm. If you want to farm to get food, I am. It takes 6 months a year. First of all, I will partner with Benin, partner with those neighboring countries. They will supply what you have. They supply what we have. They will teach you what Nigeria need, my brother. When you don't eat, you can't stay, you can't walk. If you eat well, you don't need to go and buy Panadol as paracetamol. I'll be alive. Food stops so many things. Now, why people are crying? The things are very expensive. Why is it expensive? Because no yam, no rice, no tomatoes, no pepper, no onions. No, I am not here to talk about Ojuku, Tarawiwa, all this. I am talking now, reality now. I am talking president traveling to Turkish. Why he birthday, celebrating birthday, why people are dying in the hospital. So if I become a president for 6 months, insecurity, I will make sure I will change those generals.
Like the South, or they tell Southeast governor, give us a Bibago. Are you going to give Southeast a Bibago?
You can see Omotekun are doing well in Southwest. The Easterners too should give a Bibago, whatever they call, so that then we have people
ESN
can travel.
ESN or Bibago.
Whether ESN, whether Bibago, woman be. After all, they are all the same. There's nothing different. Bring ESN, bring a Bibago, let them join together and do the same work. It's the same work, it's same security.
What of the military? What
the military has paid us?
As a president, what will you do?
As a president, I will allow the way the Southwest are doing. Let the Southeast do the same way. It will work out. Military has paid us. If you want to check now, military, you just take a vehicle, go into Benin, you see what the military are doing there. They are not doing their work. They are collecting bribe. They are collecting money. You see, when you are traveling to Ore, pole to pole, you have police. Pole to pole, have army. Pole to pole, have SSS. Pole to pole, have custom. But another pole, you see, bandits robbing people. So, military have paid us. The military cannot enter bush. Omotekun will enter bush. Go and catch kidnapper. Have you not seen kidnapper reduce in Southwest? So military are fed up, police are fed up. Police now is to go and collect bribe. Once they see your vehicle,
Amotekun does not have guns.
the border have gone, they are doing it. Have you not seen the people they parade 2 days ago? 50 people in Ondo, they paraded. They don't have gun, they are doing that. What if they have gun? What will happen? So let me tell you, Barry is not in charge. Barry is a pregnant dog that cannot move. A pregnant dog cannot move. You just here as a figurehead. The politicians are using him. That we have president. We have no president. See, let me tell you the truth. I don't come here to speak grammar because all this grammar are speaking to the world, to Nigerians. Nigeria, we have professors. We have a lot of professors. We have graduates. Believe our government didn't believe them.
Our vice president.
Our be able to make it part. They will tell you that vice president is satire. Who told you? When Atiko was there, Atiko did well under Ambassador Abi. But vice president is just there. All the heads are getting white. Can't say anything. Okay, I give you an example. Our president have traveled to Turkey with his wife. What stopped the president to give power to Osibanjo to act? He had taken Osibanjo as a second wife. Osibanjo is there, just mumus. He can't talk. How can you have a vice president and vice president? I don't even think vice president. I've been saying that our food are very expensive. People do not believe me. Please, if we just go around, you know what we're talking about. Please, I would like you to do that. Please, my brothers and sisters who are watching in abroad, people, the government here are making provision for people to enjoy. I was hearing Chigozie was abusing the UK Prime Minister. You don't need to abuse him. I'll tell you the truth. If snake is there one place, a rat, you see the snake, see they go meet him. What do you expect? Run to London to go and treat himself. Every minute he stay food, place staying there, UKs are making money. Like the UK Prime Minister to come here, then they will respect us.
Okay.
Our president have said sold us, sold Nigeria. So talking with your wife, may God help you there. Me too, my birthday is coming on the 20th. I will celebrate my birthday in here. I will, if I have money, let me tell you, if I have money, I will go to prison, go and celebrate my birthday, or go to hospital, go and celebrate those who cannot see food eat. So our president wasting money in Turkish. He wasting money in Turkish. See, go forever, we don't need you in Jesus' name.
Amen. Thank you very much, Mr. Lucky. Let's look at, I asked them, Mr. Lucky, this question. Why does it tell Southeast governors, fulfill now? Asking what of ESN?
The ESN, well, Lucky just said something, and both of them are human beings, and once merged,
the same thing.
Once merged together, they can be the same.
No, I did the same thing. Like
even if they are not the same, but once merged together, they can be called one particular name.
How can they be brought together?
That is exactly what they are saying, that they should give it to them, and they know what to do.
There's no possibility that they can become together because
my brother.
ESN
My
So
brother,
how can they be together?
two brothers are fighting. Do you know that they can settle? You have your elder brother and you are fighting with him. Do you know that you can settle and become one someday, somehow?
Does not apply to the governors and Nnamdi
Forget
Kanu.
about the government. Those people you are talking about, do you know that those ESM, those what do you call them, Ubagos, they are talking about, they are human beings. They can decide that they don't feel that they don't want to work for the so-called government. They want to work for Nnamdi Martin, Nnamdi
If they are
Kanu.
brothers, why is Nnamdi Kanu still in detention?
That is human beings for you. Even though if you have to ask me if they are brothers, why is he still in the detention? That is to tell you that even in your own family, you have a lot of betrayers in your family. Are you getting me? Even in your own family, even if I don't know how many you are in your family. If you are 4-3, definitely that. You getting me? But you cannot tell me why is Nnamdi Kanu still in the prison? Definitely, as long as if in every community there must be a Judas. So you are not expecting all the Igbo people to love Nnamdi Kanu. You are even the so-called the governor of Imo State. I'm from Imo State. Even the governor of Imo State, by the name Hope Uzodinma, also 35% will also fight for him. They love him too. That is human beings for you. So you don't expect everybody to hate. You said why Nnamdi Kanu is still in the prison, because definitely everybody must not like whatever the agitation Nnamdi Kanu is bringing out.
What's your position on the Biafra? Your personal position on the Biafra agitation?
My brother, my position is very simple and clear. As long as you are not recognized in the country where we seem to be one of the major economic posters of the country, what do I stand to gain? If you want us to go, we'll go. Do you know that?
No, the statement, if you want us, no, what is your position?
That is, I'm coming. I understand. I know I'm coming.
No,
Huh?
it's coming. Let's.
Are you getting me? If you ask me my position, and I'm telling you, my position is very simple. We are in a country whereby we are the most economic boosters of the country, being the Igbos. Are you getting me? Now, as a son of Igbo man, as a son of Igbo land, you don't expect me to keep my hands, to fold my hands and clap for the government that doesn't love me, to fold my hand and clap for the government that doesn't love my people. You don't expect me. A lot of sectionalism all over. The political appointment that's meant to be given to a lot of people. You are not duly distributing the power to those people that are duly deserving. My position is very simple. If they don't want us to be together, the best thing is to disintegrate the country. Yoruba go, Igbo go, everybody goes his own separate way. The most important, if I'm coming to Nigeria, I will know that I'm coming to Nigeria as a foreigner. If I'm coming to an Oduduwa country, yes, it's going to be an Oduduwa country. If I'm coming to Oduduwa country, I am coming in here as what? As a foreigner. So my position is simple. If they do not, if really the sectionalism will still continue, the nepotism will still continue, my own take will be let the country separate. You go. But if they want a lasting peace, fine. They should do the needful. There is separation of power. There is checks and balances in everything they should be doing. Now, if you know that this position is duly meant for an Igbo man, give it to him. If you know that okay, now, Mr. Lucky said something about the president. He's traveled to Turkey and he's there celebrating his birthday. In the Nigerian constitution, you said once there is a vice president, the power of the president should be rested upon the heads of the vice president, as long as the president is not around. Yes, the onus of power, he has some obligation to.
You have the secretary to the government.
Even if you have the secretary, okay, you want to tell me that the secretary to the government now, his power should supersede that of, in constitution, that of the vice president.
It's not supersede. The president can also allow the SSG to take over.
But my brother, the Nigerian constitution splits that the vice president should be in power as long as the president is not around.
No.
It's
not stated like that.
But Osibanjo, how many times have you seen Osibanjo coming out to say something in this country? My brother, okay, let me ask you this question. You have a wife and you travel. Because your wife cannot act on your behalf. So your girlfriend got to act. And you are telling me that the SSG should be in power. The SSG
Is allowed.
Is
allowed.
the vice president is also allowed.
It depends on.
It doesn't depend on anything. That's the constitution. That's why he was
You have the
elected.
right to take the presidency to court if you feel that is against the constitution.
I understand that
As a Nigerian,
yes, I
you
have the right.
So I expect him, because he did not relinquish power to the vice president, you can take him to court.
The same way, because he refused to relinquish power to the SSG, you can take him to court at the same time.
I'm okay if he doesn't give it to.
But I'm not okay because we have a vice president who seems not to know his rights, who seems not to know his duty, who seems not to know his function as a vice president of the country. Your president is down in Turkey celebrating birthday with his wife and some ministers. You being the vice president. Okay, let me ask you. Some years ago, this man was sick. He traveled to London. Who was given the mantle of leadership? Is it not the Sibanjo? Now, before he could come,
sick and was going out for a longer period.
A longer period.
Going to Turkey. He's going to be back on Sunday.
So, even if it's 1 hour, you have every right to tell your vice president to continue before you come. That's the constitution for you, Mr. Man. Okay,
Let's not drag on this. Let's go to another issue. Federal government fails to declare bandits terrorists weeks after court order.
Well, you don't expect.
You expect it? Is it expected?
You don't expect anything from the government of Nigeria. Why? Because for them to have failed to declare these people bandits, terrorists, that is to tell you that most of them, they know and they are aware of the oppression of these people. Because if you are not aware of their oppression, why not declare them bandits so that the other interim foreigners will come in and fight them over? Now, if most of these governmental officers are not sponsoring these Boko Haramic people, these bandits, it means the first thing you should do as a government, or as a top governmental officer of this country, you come out and declare them bandits. But you are afraid. People, innocent people there in the east, they are the one being declared bandits. Being those people that are not even fighting anything. But how many people are being killed in the north every day? Every now and then, people are dying in the north, and you are failing to declare these bandits terrorists. And then you are there asking the whole world, the whole citizen to sit down and clap for you. If the government officers are not, they don't know anything about this bandit, they are not the co-sponsors of this banditry issue, definitely they should come out and tell the whole world that they have declared these people terrorists. But they are not doing it in the sense that the standards they are gaining from these banditry issues. I told somebody some time ago, I said it here, but somebody like Buhari brought most of these people from Mali, Chad, different places, because they wanted to destruct and to make sure that he caused a chaotic in the government of our what's his name? Decided to leave the power for him. Now, it's now late for him to do what? To say those people should go back. Because these are people that just came in the government on the regime of who? Jonathan. And now, those bandit people or those Boko, they have done what? They have achieved what you call the economic value of being a bandit in the country. Are you getting me? They have achieved the economic value. Now, they fail not to go back again. They have decided not to go back again simply because the economic
That's the allegation.
for abusing Inland in Hausa language, for accusing Inland of no crime, for not doing his job well. The role he played on abduction of Nnamdi Kanu from Nairobi Airport, Christian Chukwu, I, Raf, Mbechukwala, stand here. Full my height, I don't bend. Abubakar Malami doesn't know law. He doesn't know the ideology of law. He is a terrorist. He constituted the group, the gang up that initiated insurgency in northern Nigeria in 2015. It was the Jonathan regime that made him what? AGF, and their regime, and they are regretting. Saraki and co. Saraki, Ekweremadu. They are regretting today for making him an AGF. Somebody that is not qualified to be a lawyer that does his work under Ukumango as his chamber. Ukumango, Idimango lawyer. No, he's not qualified. Because I didn't even he's qualified. He's the one that should be pressurizing Buhari to declare these people bandits. By the way, if you try or endeavor to vote anybody as a president, do what? A touch, a figurehead. Anu alosia pilapi. Do you understand? Crayfish. His condition is what? Is bent. Are you listening to me? That woman from Jamaica, I think, with Indian, descent, is the one ruling the United States. Joe Biden has no option. Kamala Harris. Do you understand? Joe Biden has no excuse to give because that is her constitutional right to be the current US president. And let me tell you, even if Joe Biden recovers today, Kamara has been there for weeks. It has entered record. Kamara was one time an American, the first American female president, black. If you ask me, black. Yes, that is history. That is law. That is the rule of law. That is constitution for you. In Nigeria, there's nothing like constitution. Let me tell you, if comes another presidential election, you allow a Muslim pig to be president. We are going to be totally operating Sharia law in Nigeria. If they allow Atiku, if they allow Babangida, if they allow Kwankwaso, if they allow, I don't know whether Ahmed Tinubu will make an impact. Anyway, if they allow him, we are thoroughly finding ourselves in an 79 years old birthday batch in Turkey, while his sister was 84 years 6 years ago. Buhari's sister is supposed to be 90 today, this year. His junior sister is supposed to be 90. Buhari is celebrating 79. Nobody, no politicians in Nigeria, no police, no soldier asking why. Because Nigerians, I'm not including myself, the zoo are idiotic, full of idiotic human beings. After all, I was born during, we have the resilient spirit to call ourselves Biafrans because we were born during the struggle. You know the kind of vein and the blood that was running within my mother when I was born during the war? Do you know that? That's why I still persist as a Biafra man, and I can defend it now, they can anywhere, anytime. I'm not afraid. I speak with such prerogative and audacity that nobody can question me. If you question me, take me to the law, court of law, I will dazzle there because I have my right. I know who I am. Let me tell you, once upon a time, a child strapped at his mom's back was born in 1967. That was when the self-determination of a teen republic from the black nation, Jewish nation, sprang out. Now the guy is growing, waxing strong, internationally and locally. Now you are trying to stop him. It is his fundamental right to ask for what? Referendum. What is your president doing in Turkey today? Do you know about it? Nothing. You don't know anything about it. It is just within the enclavement of Asuro, knew that Buhari is celebrating his 79th birthday batch in Turkey, far away Turkey, with his wife, so-called wife. That one self is a caricature wife. How many ministers has gone to Turkey with him? Ask me. 6 of them. And who is in charge today? Gambari, not even the vice president. Are we operating federal system of government? Is it true? You call it KWASI, Kwasi. Then what about presidential system of government? That one is, is something that is indelible. You can't wipe it out. The ideology of presidential system of government is that when Mr. President is incapacitated, if not proved, when he is proved to be not medically well, who will take over the office? Mr. Vice President. Is Osibanjo doing so? No. No. How are the people that occupy the southwestern Nigeria called the Yorubas react to this kind of attitude of Mr. President? How do they react to it? No. Provided he's receiving his salary, leave him. They are paying him salary. No, there's nothing he could do. Like what happened in 1986 opened everybody's eyes then. I was a student when the then government of Babangida started to misbehave. Everything he was said, no, right on his face. I resign. He gets the heck out of that office. Everything he resign. Why shouldn't this professor, classroom professor, elementary 2 professor resign? Because of money. That's why he's still there. Okay. Being a figurehead and stooge is not helping matters. Being a figurehead and stooge is not helping him as a human being who went to school, as he claimed. In fact, FBI wanted Abakari, who has been, cited in various occasions in various areas in Nigeria. He was indicted by FBI, some months ago over the hot puppy issue. He was involved in duping various American companies, and it was too obvious that FBI caught him red-handed with what? Much evidence. You know, you always ask of evidence. You say you're against allegation and this and opinion, self-opinion thing. No, it was widely made known to Nigeria then, either 4 months or 5 months ago, that Abba Kyari, the super cop, was involved with what? Internet fraud. They wanted him extradited from Nigeria here to back to United States, according to the court over there ordered. The court gave an order to arrest him, to extradite him into the United States to answer to that case. In America, you can't escape law. Law is very wicked there. Very wicked. Law is going on there. Their law is very wicked. It's not Nigerian law that can bend. Nigerian law can bend horizontal, vertical, up, down, geotropical, that is down the earth. Do you understand? Phototropic, it can even stretch to the moon, sun. So our law can bend, but in America their law doesn't. Once you are caught under the arms of US law, okay, you are going to answer to it. Abba Kyari, the super cop that killed many Nigerian boys, all in the name of what? Yahoo. He is going there because he, in connivance with Hot Puppy, Yahoo many American companies. Why is he running away? He's a cannibal, he's a killer, he's a murderer. He must go there. Let me tell you, no matter how long it takes, unless the state is not taking it serious anymore, no matter how many years, no matter how many months, no matter how many weeks it's gonna take, unless the state is not seeing him as a person of an interest, not to look this man away now. Unless the state are not seeing him as a person of interest in that crime. But provided they know that that guy is a person of interest, Abba Kyari is going to United States of America to answer to that case. He, in connivance with Hot Puppy, in the United States of America. So he's going to answer it there. But being what our system is here, our judiciary, you can see what his uncle, Ibrahim Abubakar Malami, is doing. They have been just looking, mirroring him, to understand from other angles. That is what we call here arrange pass. They mirror him like this. They say no. They use telescopes. They use microscope to know how to escape. They know how to maneuver American law. But American law you can never ever manipulate. It is a law I believe that is impregnable. You can't assault their law there. You can't escape their law there. Their law is their law. Once they pronounce you culpable in America, you are culpable, not Nigerian culpability. Once they pronounce you culpable here, they will buy all manner of what? 419 fraudsters as lawyer who will be examining you from your end.
terrorists. Come and declare them terrorists and capture all of them in our face and jail all of them and let there be peace in our land.
Okay. Okay, let's look at also one more. Let's look at fear heightens over bandits alliance with terrorist groups.
Fear.
There's fear. Bandits now are having alliance with terrorist groups.
And they are the same just because they have a different name. But they are doing the same job. Kidnapping, killing, stealing, raping, and destroying. That is their work. But they have two names. Bandit, terrorists. One is sophisticated, one is under, but they are all the same thing. So when they not join together, become a disastrous for a nation like Nigeria.
Why is it that federal government has not?
Federal government is afraid of them.
Afraid?
Afraid of them.
They have the army.
The army is just
the number.
The number of army and the army itself. The one that will do the work, they are afraid because the killing is badly. How can you send a battalion of army before they reach the where they are going? There's ambush on the road, laying waiting for them. Ambush all of them. A major general, a brigadier general was assassinated the other time. After a week time, a colonel, a captain. What about the battalion, the troops under him? It's not mentioned. Why would they be afraid? Well, they are going free. They are killing people free, kidnapping free, do everything free. Because right from the head to the toe, they are weak. The president is weak. The army is weak. Everybody is weak. But they always like to accumulate billions of dollars. Nigeria oil money. They are collecting for themselves, allocated to themselves in the name of fighting terrorists. Where is the fighting of terrorists? How many years Boko Haram is existing? Now Boko Haram is divided into three. Now terrorists and bandits. Then the head is Boko Haram. So where is the end? Where are we going? It's a factorial situation.
Okay, if you are made the president,
if I be the president of Nigeria,
what will you do to change
if I will be the president,
what do you advise Buhari to do?
I will advise. No, I'll be advising Buhari. It's like Buhari advising Buhari, like he's not hearing what they are talking. If you say hearing what people are talking, as his good leader of the country, no matter the situation, I see some good leader, they will shift their birthday celebration. They will shift everything that will let them to leave their country. When their land, their house is bleeding, they will not leave. You are not laughing, cutting cake in another man's country. It's a peculiar situation. I will be the president. That will not be my function. I will never do it. I will not cancel my birthday celebration and face the reality on ground. Because I take an oath to prevent the life and property of my people. Okay, who is going to prevent the property and the life of the people? When you are outside, happy, laughing, chopping cake with another president, and your people are dying here. It's a pity.
What will you do as the president? If you are made the president, what will you do now?
If I make the president, what will I do now? I will checkmate the military. I don't want to see face. I don't want to look name. I will checkmate all of them from the head to the toe. Who's supposed to go home will go home. Who's supposed to be there will be there. There is no party of anybody that this one is my brother, or this one is my brother, or this one is my friend, or this one is my friend. I'll systematic everybody and I checkmate them, and everywhere where you according to your capacity, I will take you there you belong to your capacity, and you fight the really fight of a military man. You can't just wear a uniform, you are a colonel, you are a general, you are eating money, and there is a war there. Killing people there every day, there is no end to the fight. As a president opportunity, I don't think it will take me 1 year or 6 months. Because we have everything. We have the capacity as a giant of Africa. Yesterday, when military was there, when military was there, you can see how come on. We went to Morovia, we went to Suwelo. You can see what happened there. They were clapping for Nigerian soldiers not to leave. But now, Nigerian soldiers is nowhere to be found because of the system have changed. The system is destabilized. It's a disastrous system. So it got to be changed immediately before it's too late.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Mr. Aluwawan, thank you for your analysis this morning.
Happy Christmas in advance to everybody.
Thank you very much. Okay, I'm Christian Chico. We have come to the end of Bystanders and Newsstand. This morning, I will say a big thank you very much. The network is not on our side this morning. The network is not on our side this morning on this part of the country. Thank you very much for your patience. Everyone that have been part of the program this morning. A big thank you to those early birds, Bright Omo, Emmanuel Nweke, Johnny Wise Ezenwa, Excellency Akumiri, Iyerioba 1, many others, Alfred Okanachi, thank you very much. Lillian Pascal, you asked about Samuel. Samuel stays very far from this area. Gabriel Wingfield, thank you very much. Ade Taiwo, very, very committed person. Ademola Atanda, Thank you very Please, same time on the same platform. Bye for now. I'm Christian.